everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Black Christmas. I don't know, very low ratings, 3.2 on IMDb. It was in the 4s when I originally put this on. I think it just dropped by a whole point since I looked up at you. But Imogen Poots, I don't know how you say her first name. She's in a lot of things. You know who she is. That's all I really recognize right now in this one. But evidently, some sorority pledges get stalked by some killer on Christmas break, and it's an underground thing. I don't know that much more about it. I don't even want to know about it. 3.1 is really, really low. So I'll get into it here, find out what it's really about, and then ultimately tell you what I think. But low expectations, maybe we'll be surprised. Stick around. I'll be back. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Black Christmas. I apologize, no check-ins tonight. The movie was only an hour and 32 minutes long, and normally I do my check-ins to tell you a little bit more about the plot and what the movie's really about, better than what the synopsis tells you. Well, in this situation, I got to about the hour and 10 minute mark. And I started to catch on here a little bit. So, you got an idea of what I told you before. The first hour of this movie sets it up like a I Know What You Did Last Summer Scream type movie. These girls are in a sorority. It's all on a college campus, and they're in a sorority, and they're having a good time, whatever, and people starting to getting offed, getting killed, and they go missing kind of thing. And so the whole first hour is really setting itself up like that. Now, it's riddled with bad acting and lack of depth on the characters. I was trying to think about it and I don't know, it might have been a different time when I saw I Know What You Did Last Summer and Scream, but you like those people in those movies, and you felt for them, and you're rooting for them, or you're telling them not to go down certain ways and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, you felt connected. That's what it is. You felt connected to them, and everybody was was part of the group. In this movie, you didn't care about anybody. I couldn't tell you one character's name, I don't think, in this movie. I couldn't. So they spent the whole first hour doing what they should do, but they didn't get you emotionally connected to the people. And then after the hour, then you kind of find out what it's all about. And that's when it really goes downhill. And I can understand. I think the whole movie is sorority versus fraternity. Men against women. Sexism, feminism, chauvinism. I don't know what the other words are. But you know what I mean? It's all about that. And so, socially, politically, whatever, people are going to not like this film just because of that. And I get that. I put that stuff aside and say, whatever. I'm not... You know what I mean? I don't mean that. But, as far as a movie sense, whatever, let's just watch the movie and make sure it's all make-believe and see if it's any fun. So, that aside, I get that. And I could easily see why people would rate the movie very low because of that piece of it, without getting into too much detail. But it's men versus women in this kind of thing, and men putting down women rising up kind of stuff. So, with that aside, and everybody's opinions on that, the movie just doesn't get you there. The whole reason behind what's happening, what's going on with the killings and stuff like that, you know what I mean? You got to come up with something original. Not that big of a deal for me, what they did there. And when you see it, you know what I mean? Whatever. You gotta try and figure it out. You got to come up with something new. I mean, not you have to figure it out, but really, the acting, the lack of depth really just ruined it for me. It just didn't have enough for me there. And would I give it a 3.1? No. I do think it's around the 4 or 5 mark, but I could see how people would take it to the 4 or 5 mark for pure cinematic lack of joy, and take it down another notch because of the political, social repercussions of the movie. That's what I think. So, if you like those and it's not a slasher film. I don't want to say slasher because there's not a lot of blood and gore. There's not a lot of scary jump moments either. It sets it up like there will be. If you do like those kinds of movies, like I Know What You Did Last Summer, Scream, I can't think of anything else, I'm sorry, but something along those lines, watch the first hour of this, turn it off, and then write the rest of it yourself. I think you'd have more fun. You're still not going to like the first hour, but if you feel the need to watch it, that's the way you should watch it. That's the only way you can get through it. The first hour isn't the greatest either. First hour probably puts it at a 5 or 6, but you might have fun. If you're into those kinds of films and you like that kind of stuff, that might be fun for you to go ahead and write your own rest of the movie and see what happens. Otherwise, I would not recommend this. Again, not a 3.1 for me, more of a 4, maybe a 5 for me, for the various reasons, and I don't need to go on any further. But if you do decide to check it out, let me know. Drop me a line. Let me know what you thought. Did I miss something? Was there something you liked about it that I didn't like, or did you agree with me? It was... And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, continue to tune in to Kimmel's Irish Pub.